Hello children, welcome to online class. I hope you are safe and good. Children, now we are going to learn standard 8th and 9th English, unit 5, grammar, tenses. Children, I hope you have learnt what is tense and what are the three main tenses we have in English. Yes, they are present, past and future. Is it? Three main tenses in English. They are present, past and future. Okay. So now I'm going to put a question here. Why the tense is used? So you all have learned what is tense and what are the three forms of tense we have in English. Okay. So why the tense is used, children? Yes. Tense is used to know when events or action occurred in time, that is in the past, present or future. Is it? So we are able to know when the events or action occurred, whether it is in the past or in the future or in the present. Okay. So now this tense, present, past and future, is further divided into four aspects. That is, present tense is divided into simple present tense, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. In the same way, past tense is further divided into simple past tense, past continuous, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. Okay. Next, finally, it's a future tense. Future tense is divided into four aspects. They are simple future, future continuous, future perfect and finally future perfect continuous tense. Why it is tense, ma? Why we are using this tense? I told you to know the event or action which at what time it occur. Okay, and the very important thing is this tense will help you to speak English correctly and properly. Okay children, so first let us begin with the simple present tense, its form, examples, okay, and its uses. Okay children, so to identify the simple present tense, we are going to have a structure, subject plus verb plus s or es. If the subject, so you all know what is the subject. Subject is the doer of the action. If the subject is singular, then the followed by the verb will be plural. If the subject is plural, followed by the verb will be singular. Children, you all know what is singular and plural, is it? See here, if the subject is I, you, we, they, then we use the verb without yes. Okay, we use the verb without yes. If the subject is he, she, it, we add yes to the verb. We add s to the verb. Okay children, if the subject is singular, then the followed by the verb will be plural. If the subject is plural, followed by the verb will be singular. Okay children, okay, so now we will see the where we are going to use the simple present tense. So this tense form is used for an action that happens again and again. That is for the habitual action. Okay, then it is used for the to tell general fact or truth. Then to know the future timetables or schedule. Then to know the true in the present. So while with the example you will understand better. So see here, if I am saying I always drink coffee at work. So actually he has a habit of drinking coffee whenever he is at work. And I is the subject. I always drink coffee at night. So I is the subject followed by the verb is in the singular. Drink. He wakes up at 7 a.m. every day. So he has a habit of getting up at 7 a.m. That is early morning at 7 a.m. He is the subject followed by the verb is he wakes. Wake is the verb plus yes. Okay, so they usually eat dinner at home. I told you, no ma, if the subject I, you, we, they, then we use the verb without yes. If the subject is he, she, it, we add yes to the verb. Okay, so I told you now the simple present tense is used to know the routine action, this habitual action. So for the general truth also we will be using simple present tense. General fact, the earth revolves around the sun. The sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees. This is all general fact. We cannot change it. We cannot change the revolution of earth. We cannot say that one day it rises in the east and one day it rises in the west. We cannot say sun always rises in the east. This is all the general truth. We cannot change it. So for those things and all we will be using simple present tense. Then future timetable schedule. My train arrives tomorrow. We fly to Paris on Monday. Classes begin next week. Okay, for to know the future, that is to say about the future timetable, we will be using simple present tense. Then through in the present, he works in a studio. At present he is working in this studio, so he works in a studio. She is 60 years old. We live in Chennai. So children, so when we use this simple present tense, this simple present tense is used for an action that happens again and again, and for the general fact to say about the future timetable and what is true in the present. Okay, to know all those things we will be using simple present tense. Okay children, so you will be using simple present tense when we speak about in these situations and all. When you are speaking about the general fact, we will be using simple present tense. Okay, so when you are saying your habitual work, you will be using the simple present tense. And you have come to know what is the structure of simple present tense. Subject plus verb plus s or es. Okay, present continuous tense. Am, so the structure of present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, are plus verb plus ing. Okay, so for the structure of the present continuous tenses, am, is, are plus verb plus ing. Okay children, so now you have learned what is the structure of the present continuous tense. Okay, so when we will use this present continuous tense? When we will be using this present continuous tense? See here, present continuous tense is used for an action that is going on now. Okay, that is the thing which is happening now. At present, what is happening? I am teaching lesson. I am teaching grammar lesson. So this tense form is used for an action that is going on now at the time of speaking. Okay, children. So simple present tense. Present continuous tense is used for an action that is going on now at the time of speaking. At present, what I am doing, children? I am taking class. I am teaching class. I am, okay, taking, that is take plus ing, taking class. So present continuous tense is used for an action that is going on now, that is at the time of speaking. So what is the structure of present continuous tense? Subject plus am, is, are plus verb plus ing. Okay, so see here, it is raining. We'll see the example so that you will understand better. Example, that is which is happening now. I told you it is raining. I am eating lunch now. Then to discuss the fixed plans, I am meeting my friends after work. I am meeting my friends after work. To discuss about the temporary actions, I am working in New York this week. Okay, I am working in New York this week. This tense form is used for an action that is going on now. Along with that, it used to know the changes taking place now. See, now what is the trend? More and more people are using cell phone to access the internet. Is it? Yes, more and more people are using cell phone to access the internet. Then, longer action in progress now. She is studying to become a doctor. He is training for a marathon. You understand, children. So simple present tense for the habitual action, to express the habitual action and general fact. Present continuous tense is used to know what is, that is, present continuous tense is used for an action that is going on now at the time of speaking and changes taking place now. In these cases, present continuous tense is used. Okay, so now let us discuss present perfect tense. Okay, so before I start what is present perfect tense, let me tell you the structure of present continuous tense. Subject plus has or have plus past participle. What is this past participle, ma? Past participle means what? What is participle, children? Participle, it expresses the completed action. Participle, it expresses the complete action. For example, go, went, gone, see, saw, seen. Then good, better, best, play, played, played. So past participle are nothing but the verb 3 forms. Okay, so what is the structure of present perfect tense? Have, has plus past participle. Okay, so now let us see where this present perfect tense is used. Present perfect tense, this tense form is used for the past action that has some relation or effect at the present tense. It might have completed in the past, but it continues its relation or effect at the present time also. See here, duration from the past until now. He has been teacher since 2002. He has been working as a teacher since 2002. That is, till now he is working as the teacher only. Okay, next, change over time. To know the change over time, your English has improved since the last time we met. When comparing to last time, action is completed in the past, but now it has got improved. Repeated events in the past until now. We have had 4 exams so far in this semester. Then action completed in the immediate past, that is just before the certain time. Okay, action completed in the immediate past. We have planned the meeting for next week. I have joined the duty. She has completed the homework. Next, even in the past at the unspecified time. She has been to Paris. I have seen that movie. Even in the past, but we are not going to specify the time. So for that purpose and all, we will be using present perfect tense. Make sure, children, present perfect tense is used. This tense form is used for the past action that has some relation or effect at the present tense. Then immediate past. That is the action which is completed in the immediate past. For this particular reason, we will be using present perfect tense. So now let us discuss present perfect continuous tense. So first let us see what is the structure of present perfect continuous tense. Subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. What is the structure of present perfect continuous tense? Subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. Okay, so here we are using the present continuous tense. This tense form is used for the action that started in the past and are still now continuing. It might have started in the past, but it is still now continuing. In that particular reason, we are using the present perfect continuous tense. See, action happened recently. She has been exercising a lot recently. Duration from the past until now. I told you, it might have started in the past, but we are continuing till now. He has been teaching for 10 years. For the temporary action, I have been practicing for 5 years. Action going on for a period of time. It has been raining. The sidewalk is wet. Imperfect continuous tense is used for the action that started in the past and are still continuing. Okay, this tense form is used to know the action that started in the past and are still continuing. Okay, so duration from the past till now it is continuing. In those time we'll be using present perfect continuous tense. So now let us see now let us see past tense and what are the four aspects of past tense. So first let us discuss simple past tense. Okay, so you all know what is the structure of simple present tense: subject plus verb plus yes or es. Okay, now the structure of past tense is past form of the tense. Or what all we have a past forms, Tuma? What are the past form we have? What is the past tense of write? Wrote. Okay, what is the past tense of learn? Learnt. Then what is the past tense of play? Played. What is the past tense of sit? Sat. Now let us see what is the uses of simple past tense. This tense form is used for the past action, that is, an action happened in the past. An action happened in the past. Okay, so see here. So when we express the series of completed action, habits in the past, to express the completed action in the past, then duration in the past. These all same one, children. Here simple past tense is used for the past action, that is an action which happened in the past. See, a series of completed action in the sense: he sat down, took out a notebook and pen and started writing. He entered the room, turned in my direction and smiled at me. So all series of past tense. Okay, habits in the past: John played the piano when he was a child. I was good at dancing when I was a teenager. Then completed the action in the past: Sarah baked a cake yesterday. I went to bed at 10 last night. We ordered pizza on Friday. Everything completed action in the past. That is, children, when we use the past tense, simple past tense, we use simple past tense to know about the past action, an action which happened in the past. That is what is the simple past tense. Okay, so now let us discuss past continuous tense. What is the structure of past continuous tense? The structure of past continuous tense is was, were plus verb plus ing. So structure of past continuous tense is subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing. Okay, children? Okay, so now let me tell you where to use was and where to use were. If the subject is I, she, he, it, then we use the verb was. If the subject is you, we, they, then we will use the verb were. Okay, I told you, Noma, when we use the what is the use of past continuous tense? Past continuous tense is used for an action that was going on at a certain time in the past. Okay, so which is happening in a certain time in the past. That is, it may be unfinished work or ongoing action in the past and still now it is getting continuing. Where this past continuous tense is used? Past continuous tense is used to know the unfinished or ongoing action in the past plus finish action. Okay, so next, action before or after specific time, that is happens before a certain time in the past. Yesterday at noon I was eating lunch. To start a story or create an atmosphere: when I was driving to work yesterday. So to say the repeated action, often with the always. My last roommate was always leaving that dirty dishes in the sink. Okay, next, parallel action. I was reading while my brother was playing guitar. To say about the parallel action, one more example is: he was playing football yesterday evening. They were watching TV at 8 this morning. So I told you, Noma, for the parallel action, my father was sleeping when I entered the house. When I was searching for my pen, I found a letter to my sister. Okay, these are parallel actions, parallel past actions which happened. Since form is used for an action that was going on at a certain time in the past, then ongoing or unfinished action in the past plus a completed action, then two completed action. When we use to say two completed action, in that cases we'll be using past continuous tense. So now let us discuss past perfect tense. The structure of past perfect tense is subject plus had plus past participle. Subject plus had plus past participle. Okay, so where this past perfect tense is used, when we talk about the action that happened in the past. So when we are talking about the action that happened in the past, in that cases we'll be using past perfect tense. Okay children, an action completed before a past action. See here, when we arrived, the class had already begun. Two actions that happen in the past, in that cases we'll be using past perfect tense. Then in the third conditional of if clause, it had rained, I would have brought an umbrella. In the reported speech, so what is the reported speech? You all know. Indirect speech, direct speech. No children? Yes. So you all know that indirect speech is also known as reported speech. In the reported speech, we'll be using the past perfect tense. My student said that he hadn't done his homework. Then a period of time before an event in the past. We had owned our house for 20 years before we sold it. Okay children, so I hope you have understood where to use the past perfect tense. We use the past perfect tense when we talk about two actions that happened in the past. Two actions that happen in the past. In that cases, we'll be using past perfect tense. Okay children, so I hope you have understood what is the use of simple present. What is the use of simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous tense. Then what is the use of simple past tense? So simple past tense is used for the past action, that is an action which happened in the past. Past continuous tense is used for an action that was going on at a certain time in the past. It is used to know unfinished or ongoing action in the past plus finished action. Then when we express the two parallel action together at the same time, when we express the two parallel action at the same time, we will be using the past continuous tense. For the past perfect tense, when we talk about two actions that happen in the past, we use the past perfect tense. And the structure of past perfect tense is had plus past participle. Subject plus had plus past participle. Now let us see past perfect continuous tense. And the structure of past perfect continuous tense is subject plus had plus been plus verb plus ing. Subject plus had plus been plus verb plus ing. So past perfect continuous tense. We use the past perfect continuous tense to talk about a continuous action in the past before another finished action. So before the another finished action, before we use the finished action, we'll be talking about the continuous action in the past. See here, he had been waiting for an hour. It's a continuous action, and I'm using the one more past action, when she finally arrived. So before an action in the past, a continuous action in the past, that is continuous action in the past has been happened. See, he has been waiting for an hour when she finally arrived. Causes of something in the past. He went on a diet because he had been eating too much. If, impossible condition. If I had been paying attention, I wouldn't have got into an accident. In the reported speech also we'll be using this. She said that John had been helping her study for months. Okay, it's a continuous action. which happened in the past, and one more another finished action is also will be there. Okay, in that cases we'll be using past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so now let us discuss future tense. Yes, so you all know for the future shall and will be using it. Okay, the structure of future tense, simple future tense is shall or will plus verb. The subject plus shall or will plus verb. Okay, so now let me tell you where we'll be using this will. Will is used to express three things. Instant decision, that is decision that we make at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking we'll make some decision, no, instant decisions. Then offers, and then during the promises we'll be using will. Mother will get a football today, she is offering. That is, if he studies well, my mother will get a football today. To show our plan or intention, I am going to watch a movie tonight. He has planned. Okay, so next, he is going to party this weekend. Plan or intention. Then prediction, if you are if we have a plan to do that, this prediction we itself will predict, is it, it's cloudy, it's going to rain. Since it is cloudy, it can rain, we'll say no more like that. So it's cloudy, it is going to rain. You will go abroad someday. Okay children, so I hope you have understood where to use this simple present tense. So simple present tense is used to express three things in instant decision, offers and promises. Okay, and the structure of simple present tense is subject plus shall or will plus verb. Okay, so next one is the future continuous tense, and the structure of future continuous tense is subject plus shall or will plus be plus verb plus ing. So here future continuous tense is used to know fixed or routine event. Fixed or routine event. So see here, action in progress at a time in the future. She will be taking an exam at 2 p.m. tomorrow, so don't call her then. It's a fixed program. It's a fixed, because it is fixed that she is going to take her exam by 2 p.m. by tomorrow, and so don't call her. So present continuous tense in a simple form I am telling ma. Present continuous tense where we'll use in the fixed or in the routine event we'll be using it. Then emphasis of future plan and intention. See, they will be coming to visit us next week. Okay, it's a future plan, it's a what we have done. Then interrupted action in the future. I will be waiting for you when you arrive tonight. I will be waiting for you when you arrive tonight. Then for the parallel action in the future, two parallel actions in the future. She will be watching TV and he will be cooking dinner. While he cooks dinner, she will be watching TV. We can say like this also. Then atmosphere in the future. When I enter the class, the teacher will be teaching, some students will be taking notes, and my best friends will be trying to stay awake. No fixed or routine event. Okay, and then parallel actions in the future. Then atmosphere in the future. Then interrupted action in the future. So for those things and all, we'll be using future continuous tense. Okay, so now let us see future perfect tense, and the structure of future perfect tense is subject plus shall or will plus have plus past participle. What is the structure? Subject plus shall or will plus have plus past participle. You all know what is past participle? Verb 3. Okay, so what is the use of future perfect tense? Future perfect tense is used to know the completed action in the future. Okay, so completed action before something in the future. By the time you arrive, I will have finished the project. It's a completed action, but which is going to happen in the future only. Okay, a completed action before something in the future. By next summer, she will have graduated from college. It is all which is going to happen in the future, but we'll say by now itself. Okay, in those cases, we'll be using the future perfect tense. Duration before something in the future. By Friday, she will have had my car for a whole week. She will have been in Paris for the 6 months by the time. Then for the question form. So simply children, future perfect tense is used to know the completed action in the future. In those cases, we will be using future perfect tense. Finally, future perfect continuous tense. And the structure of future perfect continuous tense is subject plus shall or will plus have been plus verb plus ing. Subject plus shall or will plus have been plus verb plus ing. Used to know the cause of something in the future, that is the result of something in the future. See here, her English will be excellent by the time she visits the US because she will have been studying it for 5 years. So next example is, he will be tired for the time he'll be tired by the time he arrives because he will have been traveling all day. It's a result, it's a cause of something in the future. See, he'll be tired by the time he arrives. Why? Because he has been traveling for the whole day. So it's a result in the future. Okay, so duration before something in the future. He will have been waiting for an hour when she finally arrives. She will have been working at a company for 10 years by the time I retire. Duration before something in the future. Future perfect continuous tense. So future perfect continuous tense is used to know the cause of something in the future, that is the result of something in the future, and duration before something in the future. For these two cases we'll be using the future perfect continuous tense. Okay. Yes children, finally I hope you have understood what all the tense we have and what are the 4 aspects of tense we have. Yes, so you will be continuing by doing the book exercise. Complete the book exercise by yourself. Anyhow, I'll send the answers through PDF. You can check the answers in the PDF and complete the book exercise. Thank you children. Meet you again.